Today's video is going to be based in 119, so I thought I'd start here in the new deep dark and kill the warden with my bare hands. I don't know how they spawn naturally, I'm just going to spawn one in. Okay, this is kind of scary. Oh look, there he is. He can't be that strong, surely. I've killed the wither. Okay. Let's get started. Make sure to subscribe. Oh my gosh, he's strong. So in 119, we have a load of new blocks coming to our Minecraft worlds. I'm very excited, but also quite scared because that warden thing, it scares me. But on the surface, we have some new trees, and I love trees in Minecraft. Wood is one of my favorite things to use with building, and I was so excited when they announced it, and then they announced it with that picture of how it's going to look, and it looked like just jungle wood, and I got very unexcited. But then they changed it, and now the mangrove tree is looking quite exciting because look at this. I've laid out all the new mangrove blocks we have, and I love this color. It's unlike any other of the woods we have in game currently, which is amazing. And this gets me very excited because of all the different possibilities we have with these new blocks, especially the trapdoor is very unique. I love it. The little circle in the middle, amazing. Very, very cool. But we don't just have the mangrove tree coming to 119. We also have all of these new blocks as well. And they're not all here because in the current snapshot I'm running, which is 22W11A, not all the blocks are in this. So we don't have those new reinforced deep slate block, which I believe is the only one that isn't in the game. But I'm pretty sure not many people are going to be building with that anyway, as it apparently takes a very long time to break. But we have all these skulk blocks, which I'm not sure are going to be used much for building, but they do have some cool textures. And these are the things that I'm excited about a lot as well. The frog lights. I have no idea how these are made, but they sound kind of squelchy. And new light blocks get me so excited because when I started, we only had glowstone, which texture-wise now isn't terrible, but back in the day, oh my gosh, that thing was ugly. Since then, we've obviously had the Streamlight and the Sea Lantern, which are a lot nicer. But these ones have some new colors in them and are also very white, which is very cool. I can see these being used a lot in my builds in the future. This here is just frog spawn. I don't know what happens with this. I don't know if over time this turns into tadpoles, like the little tadpole over here. I guess I could up the tick speed and see if that does anything. Nope. So I don't know what that does, but yeah, frog spawn can only be placed on water, I'm pretty sure. We also have these skulk sensors and the skulk shrieker, which I haven't actually heard yet. And there is a way to make this stuff spread, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember how you make it spread. It's not bone meal, is it? I think it's something to do with XP. Oh wait, what? Oh, that did just turn into a tadpole. What the heck? Just put a cow on top of there. Yeah, there you go. It spreads like that. It takes the XP from the cow and spreads along, which is quite interesting. Next up, we have this mud and mud bricks, which are quite cool. I do like new brick textures. Also sound very weird, and also just regular old mud, which I hate the sound of. Ugh, don't know, it makes me want to vomit. And that's it, I believe, for now. There might be more added later. I have no idea. But today, we're going to be trying to build a little base out of only these blocks. It's going to be quite interesting, and it probably is going to look quite ugly, but after that we might build a base just with these blocks in mind, but using some old blocks as well. Also, in case you're wondering, the new saplings just don't do anything, I'm pretty sure. I think they just turn into an oak tree. Yeah, that looks like an oak tree. Can they be planted in water? Oh, they can. Yeah, it's still just an oak tree though. I'm pretty sure that's the only sapling that can be planted in water though, which is quite interesting. Anyway, we are near a swamp biome here. Ooh, it's got a big hole in it. As this is probably the closest thing we have at the moment to a mangrove sort of biome. I'm not sure what they're called. So I'm going to use this as my sort of benchmark. So let's find an area where we can build this little base. Let's destroy all these ugly, ugly oak trees. So we're going to start out by making ourselves some mangrove trees. Not really tested how these roots work yet. They just kind of look like roots, I guess. But let's make one like sort of bigger tree just here. So I'm looking at pictures on Google to try and find what mangrove trees actually look like, and they're very like sparse in leaves almost. So I'm building up this big old tree branch right now, and we're going to add some leaves on it. But I'm loving this wood. It looks so nice. Ooh, good texture. All right, I'm digging this. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. Added a few more branches on. it's looking quite sparse, but it's also looking like a mangrove tree. I might build another one later, but for now, let's get all the blocks we're going to be using and just lay them out over here so I know what to use. Right, where to begin? This is actually not that many blocks, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to have a bottom layer of this house made of these mud bricks, maybe throw in some of the mud blocks as well along the way. And I don't want to make this thing too big, as we don't have that many blocks. So here is a completely random shape that I've just made up. And I'm just going to give it a bit of texture with adding some walls in and some of this standard mud block. Like so. We've got a nice little base there now. And I think this is going to be the entrance. So let's leave space for a staircase. Wait, standing on these sounds quite funky. And I'm actually going to make a little path up to this thing right now using a mix of these mangrove muddy roots and the mud itself. And I know it's technically not a 118 block, but I'm going to throw in some path blocks in between. Leave me alone, okay? Wait, is that a naturally spawning frog? Hello, fella. And I guess we're going to have to use the actual mangrove wood for the stairs up. I didn't really want to do that, but oh well. We haven't got many blocks. This is more challenging than I thought it would be. I've changed the entrance up a little bit here and done this instead just to make it sort of like flow up naturally, as I didn't like using the mangrove wood, as I want to use that for the main build. And I'm going to use some of the trapdoors on some of these corners here, but also keep this side as mud. This is quite a weird sort of process. It's weird when you're limited to so little blocks, which are all very similar in color. Makes things a lot harder. That's quite a nice looking little entrance there. All right, it's starting to come together ever so slowly. It's looking all right. For windows, I'm just going to have to use trapdoors like so. All right. This is looking pretty cute with all the different layers. I'm enjoying this. I'm not sure what to use for the actual roof block, though, because I've used this as sort of an accent. This mud looks quite cool. Or I could go extreme and use some of these light blocks. No, I don't like that. I'm really loving this wood color. I think it looks quite cool. And you can see our layout here is getting a bit more complicated now. I'm sort of just vibing, having a fun time. I want to build like a chimney, but I don't know what block to use, as I feel like none of these blocks are chimney blocks. But I guess the wood would maybe be the best if I just did it over here somewhere. I didn't really like these root blocks at first, but they're kind of growing on me. They look kind of cool. Right, let's finish up the main structure of this house, shall we? This is a very awkward roof to build when you only have 2 slab blocks you can use, because I've limited myself to that. It's my own fault, I know, but it's still quite annoying. Could I make this skulk stuff and one of these lights look like smoke? I guess that kind of works for now. We'll leave it at that, but there you go. Look at that. That's a house. I'm going to get some of these mangrove leaves and just place them around a little bit to make it a bit more sort of swamp-like and overgrown. And these trapdoors work so well as like cool little light bits like this. I really like the circle in the middle. And the roots and the leaves work really well together as well. You know what this needs? Another mangrove tree. Maybe some more water as well. There we go. We added another mangrove tree. That took quite a while, but it's looking very cool in here now. Look at this. Let's get to ground level, which is here. And it looks very good. And I'm going to do a thing which is like a little trick just to make everything look better. If you change your FOV to like really low and come down low. Ooh, yeah. That's a mangrove house. I don't know what else to say. Now, what if we had access to a lot of other blocks? Would I do this? Probably not. Let's have a quick change, shall we? I feel like we can make this look nice. We can decorate the inside, but let's start off with the thing that's annoying me most. This. There we go. That's much better. I'm less annoyed now. I'm trying to figure out what wood probably goes best with this. I'm not sure, really. But I'm going to start out by changing the roof to deep slate, as much as I like the texture of this mud, it's not my favourite. Also going to add a bit of just decoration outside as well, using some of these sea pickles, as I just like how this looks with the brown glass. And a bit of bone mealing as well to bring out some of these flowers. Add a bit of colour. Yeah, that's looking good. But I don't want to make too many changes outside. Instead, inside, let's work on a layout, as there isn't one at the moment. So let's start out by changing the floor, as not only does this sound horrible. It looks quite horrible. Here we go. We've got a bit of a layout now. As you can see, we've got a room over here. We've got this sort of weird patterned floor room in here, which is just calcite and diorite like this. But when you lay it out all like that, it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I'm not sure I like it, but I've done it now. So time for some interior decorating. Yay, my favourite part. I'm just going to do it all and give you a tour because bit by bit, it takes me so long. Now, please keep in mind, I'm not the best interior decorator ever, especially on Minecraft, and, well, not in real life either. Probably worse in real life. I don't know why I even mentioned that. But anyway, inside, this is what we've done. We have got ourselves a little storage room when we come right in, because I feel like, get down to business, storage is what you normally use the most of. We've got a little crafting area over here, the crafting table. We've got all our tools we need, a little smoker, and then like a furnace wall over here with some barrels, which has got some fuel in it. One's missing. Perfect. Over here, we've got a little enchanting area where we can do all our enchants. The lapis is stored there. A nice little balcony looking out onto the swamp. Also, we use some of the frog lights on here. I really like these things. They look so nice. Then upstairs, we've got a nice little ladder leading us to here where we've got a little thing. Don't know what it is, but it's a thing. And then over here, we've got our bedroom with a view out over there through our little circle. Although we can open it if we want and see all those blocks. Then we can sleep in the bed here. Now all we need to do is add some frogs around. Why are they only one colour? Oh yeah, that's right. They change colour per biome, don't they? But there you have it, the mangrove house, including jumping frogs. I am very happy with this thing. This whole little area in this swamp, very nice. I'm so excited for 1.19. I can't wait to get using this wood in-game, as well as these mud bricks and all these other cool new blocks we have. Unfortunately, though, that is all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this little creative video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I shall see you another time. Goodbye.